crazy place. Not that these all aren't crazy places. Okay, that's there. Where do you go? The same. This sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Okay, we'll go back. I want to find out what's across the river. Okay, so that's that. That's the exit. You are the first one here. So number 1 is a bad idea where the campsite is. We have 2 and 3. I'm going through 2. 2 is the last one? Last one? The last one here. Okay. The first one here goes where? Okay. I almost wish I had paid more attention to those crazy scribblings. This is the entrance. Okay. The second one took me to the river. Got you. The plank I found was long enough to form a crude bridge, but I wasn't sure if it would hold. Did I use it? Yes! Okay. That's ominous. Whew! 2 bodies, 2 young women, were half dug into a hasty, shallow grave between the trees. The younger-looking one was still face up, her dead eyes gleaming against my flashlight. They deserved better than that. Did I clean up the gravesite? No. The thought of touching those poor girls almost made me sick. I left everything right where it was. The police could sort it out. Yep, step around him. Okay. 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 Did I cross back over to the other shore? Yes. Okay. Let's just find a way out. I don't remember which way is which anymore. Okay. Oh. Oof. Okay. This is the outside of the fence to a train station. Oh boy. Okay, then let's The old train station was quiet as a tomb, and the only sound was that of the increasing wind buffeting the decrepit structure. Whew! Okay. Okay. There's a door. There's a door. There's a door. Try door number 2. Okay. Alright. The old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connected to the old station. If I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course! The map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked. And the other notes I found on the man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower, and even his train yard. What was he doing, coming back here? The sorry condition of that place seemed sad somehow, but also ominous. I can go with ominous. There's a door. Okay, alright, let's go the other way. And then I'm going to go back out into that forest. Yes, I am going to go back out into that forest, because there was another way to go. As long as I don't get home, I'm okay. Oh. An old ticket booth that looked fairly ruined. Inside the ticket window were sheets of paper and wait, what were these? Train receipts? I thought about the receipt I had picked up that might match these, but of course not. The station had been closed for years. The ticket must have been from the newer station that opened up on the other side of town, after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher-looking paper covered in tiny notes, scribbles, and diagrams. It looked like someone had been leafing through for the old ledgers, looking for something, a name, perhaps? Escape route? Okay. Okay. I've unlocked a couple of achievements. We'll look at those at the end. I'm trying to achievement whore everything. Okay, this is the entrance. This one had another door, I think. Limpy limpy. Yes, this one had another door. Outside. Okay. In the torn opening of that ruined train were heaps of dirt and stale water. At the bottom, I thought I saw a scrap of cloth. As I looked closer, I could see that it was definitely some kind of nylon. How can you tell? Oh, maybe some kind of windbreaker or some other outdoor clothing. There was too much of a mess on the ground to see any kind of footprints, but someone or something had definitely trod a regular path. The wind was biting through my thin clothes. I wasn't sure what else I could make of the place. Nothing else. Okay. You are not dressed for going outside. Okay. Okay. Back in where there's not so much wind. A lot more creepy, but less wind. And back out into the wind. Okay. Okay. But it's this way. Nothing is this way. Except creepy lights! Ugh. And an even creepier door sound. Okay. Gimp away. First or second one? I think it was the first one. There was another way here out of the woods. Okay, that was the train station. This way went to the embers. This one took us to the bathroom. This one took us to the exit. Let's go. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light, but I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path ahead of me led. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. And where were the campers who had abandoned their site? Would I need them too? Though the path ahead of me was less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? Okay. Gravel. Okay. Alright. Okay. A door! Oh, I can't wait to leave that sound behind. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a mechanist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. Thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Are we in Chicago? One moment, guys. I'm gonna grab some more coffee. Well, coffee achieved. This is intense. I'm not gonna lie, this is intense. More intense than what I recall. For being a 2D scroller of questionable graphics. Questionable, but extremely nostalgic. Oh, there's an opening. And a door. That was... Ah! That lock. No! I'm pleased that didn't lock. Is that creepy sound gonna happen again? No? Okay. 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 Lockers. Open locker. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around, like someone had been looking for something. Old work clothes had been... My goodness, I apologize. Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. hazard sign. Door. Thingies. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected in the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. It didn't look like the power was on yet. Door. Didn't look like the power was on yet. Door. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Oh, yes, so it is. Okay. The door was locked shut. There was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted that said, on the front that said, "Danger, closed for repairs." Okay. That note said the same thing. Then I guess this is the only way we can go. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Then I guess we should look at it. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper, cartoons, and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over a general store after the factory closed. He, Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I could say the same about me. Norman? You're the first named person aside from Rachel that we have the full name of. Interesting. And coffee is also life. Door. Downstairs. Upstairs. Random scattering of things. Our old break table. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Odd. It seemed like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. They weren't as dusty as the rest of it. It is weird. Up or other? Ooh. Okay. A power panel. Looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Press the button! The power panel still wasn't working. Did I try again? Yes! The panel seemed to be working again. Ooh! The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of the woman. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try that again. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out, and the face was unrecognizable. That woman's photo. I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happened. We'll get there. It's a button. That looked like it was shit. Yes. And we're working. It was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the side. Well, let's see if we can find a card. And go this way. And up. Okay. I didn't think that door was going to open. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented, like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked here. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I had lunch together. Rachel seemed so much more at ease when we all hung out. Norman. Another panel that I had hoped could get the power back on. Did I push the switch? Yes! All the switches! Ooh. A utility shelf, crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? No. And this whole place reeked of disuse and disrepair. What was I going to do with a hammer here? Hey, there's no way you're fixing this. Let's go this way. Another open! My locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Yes! I slipped the key card into my pocket. From the musty smell, I assumed no one had used this locker for a long time. Yes! Press the button! Press it again! What? There we go. Another panel. Yay! Press the button. Okay, press it again. Yay! You hear that hum? It's a Sounds like there's electricity. Let's hobble our way through here. More hobbling. I want to go this way now. Urgh. The door had been hastily boarded up. Hammer. Stop! It's hammer time! Mwah! Yes, I had to do that. No, I feel no regrets. Tools and items. There's a claw hammer on the shelf. Yes! As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. We're going. I don't know where you're storing these things. I mean, in your pocket that we can't see? Do you have cargo pants on with a hammer hook? I struck with the hammer, and the old wooden boards came apart easily. After I had moved the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. This was my locker. There in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that photo home when the factory closed. This room was nothing but bad memories. The floor was littered with old liquor bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol at his place. It reeked of the sour stench of the leftover liquor. What is going on here? I mean, I'm getting all sorts of ideas, but I don't rightly know what's happening. Okay. Is this a door that didn't open properly? This way? I can't remember exactly. I thought we found his locker already. Oh, the keycard I found seemed like it would pass through this reader. Did I use the keycard? Yes. Oh! A happy beep. Something on the floor. What are you? There was some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? No. Nothing in life is worth jumping. If I was too chicken to jump down that broken ladder before, why do it now? There had to be another way out. It's not that you're too chicken, it just makes good sense. You're injured, and you're jumping down what probably is a 10-foot drop? Maybe more? The door had somehow locked itself again. Fuck. Well, I have no choice now. And we're going. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Yeah. I don't doubt that. The room at the top of the plan, the one with all the bottles, was really getting to me. Maybe I was just distracted. And who went up there and used that room? As I exited the factory, I didn't recognize where I was going. My head ached terribly and my leg was a mess. I'm nowhere going. What? Arrgh! Someone's walking behind me. Someone's walking behind me. Someone's walking behind me. Let's go. Okay. Is this the factory? Nope. I want to keep looking. The fence was jammed shut. There was no reason to go back there anyway. Yes, there was. I'm curious. Guys, I'm gonna have to do this more than once. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. I don't know where I'm going. As I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of a television. Why am I here? Was there a drip happening? Did I? No, I'm losing my mind. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. Looked like I couldn't just pop it open. I needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Of course there was. Sorry, Norman! Good. 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 Wonderful. Rachel's old autumn coats hung on a rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was this doing there? A speck of something dark and wet stained one of the sleeves. This was a well-maintained gun cabinet, here in Norman's room. I didn't know much about guns, but it looked like he kept a few hunting rifles. I knew Norman hunted occasionally, but I didn't know him to be such a collector. Oh, honey, once you buy one gun, it's just sort of a habit to keep buying them. I mean, they're lovely tools. I do own... I have a Smith & Wesson M&P 40 caliber, but it can be swapped out with a barrel for a 9mm and 9mm magazines. Don't call them clips, they're not clips.
Hi, I'm Bobby. I am Kat's personal handgun instructor. I was certified by the state of Tennessee as a handgun instructor 4 years ago today, actually. Ironically enough. Anyway, the point of this clip is the difference between magazines and clips. Think of a magazine like a banana. All the good stuff is on the inside. A bullet is completely encased by this sleeve that gets inserted into the gun, and when fired, the gun strips a round off the top of the magazine and into the chamber. A clip also holds bullets, but when the whole thing gets shoved into a weapon, the rounds are typically stripped off the clip right away. This is typically found in older weapons, like World War II rifles. The M1 Garand especially uses a clip, and there's a big controversy among World War II enthusiasts over whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, because it gave a very loud audible ping when you were out of bullets, and whether or not the Nazis could pick up on that and use it is up for debate. But that's a completely tangential topic, so let's get back to what I was talking about. Magazines are used in almost every modern firearm these days. If it's not a shotgun, then it probably uses a magazine. If it's if it's a semi-automatic weapon like a rifle or a pistol, then yeah, you're gonna find magazines.
I know I'm insane. It's okay. But yes, magazines, not clips. Don't call it a clip. Unless it is a clip, and then in which case you're right to call it a clip. But a clip is only one kind of gun. Only one kind of thing. I will look that up. In fact, I will ask my my mentor, my handgun instructor, to tell me what kind it is. 'Cause he knows that. In fact, he's the one that explained it to me. Flowers? Flowers are lovely. TV! The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. I couldn't make out what was on the screen, but that glow just gave me chills, of course. Oh my. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been killed trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. What was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coat? Norman, maybe you deserve better. Probably did. Did I close his eyes? Don't touch a dead body. Sorry, Norman.